I'm just going to show you a little bit about slings and suspension apparatus. So part of what you have is you have ropes that are attached to a ceiling or a grid, and then you have slings that go underneath the person's arm or leg to support them so they can perform movements. Now, usually you attach them to the ceiling grid with an S-hook, and then the rope will be put in like that. The rope will have usually a round area or a closed area that will hook onto the S-hook, and then a clip that can attach to the slings. Okay, so the slings can be different sizes, wide or narrow, depending on whether it's a foot or an ankle or a hand that you want to do, but they have clips that will be attached to the hook. The other thing you have to think about is that when you have this, it's really quite long, and if you think of it, that you can change the height of the bed. So this might be too long and you won't be able to lift the person up or lift the limb up. So what you need to do is you need to be able to modify and change how the hook is going to be attached. And the way we do that is through this. By having it slanted like this, it stops itself. By having it even, you can move it up and down. So you can change the height where this is by doing a knot. So if we look at the knot, we want the knot to be easily untied, but we don't want it to slip when it should be holding here. So what we need to do is you loop it and pull it through. This free end is where the slip comes through. Okay, again, loop and pull through. This end, the more you pull it, the tighter it gets. So that's how that end works. Now I'm just going to hook this to the grid and allow you to see how it sets up. Okay, so I have the rope. You identify where you're going to center it on a joint or something. You bring the wooden, or in some cases not here, but in some places they have metal clips, and so you bring it down close to where the hook is, over the center of your axis of movement. You tie that knot that I told you about, and then what you can do is you can now move this up and out of the way. So if I was attaching this to a person, I would hook it around and then hook to that, and then I could take the weight of the limb with this and the sling. Okay, so I go up as high as I need to get and have the limb just off the bed or off the mat, and then you just close it like this so it holds it tight. When you lower, you open it, bring it down, and then release the patient.